All right.
All right.
All right.
Welcome,
So,
everyone, to Line Breakers. Here with Greg Newman and Benny Walsh here, Benny Buckets. This is our second attempt at recording the show, but yeah, we did a whole hour, 45-minute show for you guys, and it did not record. So we were with the technical difficulties there, but we are all set to go now. And yeah, let's get started.
yeah, let's get started. We'll be covering the week one of the NFL, of the National Football League, the week one slate, as well as some futures bets and perhaps some team win totals. For you got to get those in pretty quickly here because in 22 hours, many of those will expire. So just bear that in mind. But we will get started here with the week one of the NFL. Let me get the official app we are using here because we are all Caesars. So this is the Caesars Sportsbook app, courtesy of
No free ads, but we like
no
Caesars.
free ads. No free ads. Everyone knows the rules. This is the Caesars Sportsbook app, courtesy of the legalized sports betting here in the great state of Arizona. That is part of the deal here. That's what we do. So they are actually opening up a couple. There are two active sports books where you have walk-in locations. One at Chase Field for the Arizona Diamondbacks at Caesars, and then the FanDuel, the great FanDuel daily fantasy sports now sports book is open at the Footprint Center, previously known as America West Arena, and then the U.S. Airways Arena, and then the Phoenix Suns Arena and PHX Center. So more names, of course, than Chad Ochocinco and Meta World Peace and Lady Gaga combined. More name changes. So we like that consistency.
In case our viewers did not know, Ben is from the Arizona region.
Yes. We are from the southwest corner of the United States.
And I am from Mississippi, where sports betting is not legal. We're a little far behind here. It is legal on casino grounds, but not at the comfort of my own home. But Ben is allowed to bet. He will be placing these bets.
Yes.
So yeah, we just do this for you guys. We have fun. We talk sports. We chop it up. Nothing's formal. We just have a good time, give you our insights, and hopefully you guys can either fade us or tail us and make a little money while doing it. So
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, let's get started.
We hope one day to get the attention of Day Trade Davy over there.
Or Steve Stevens
with Steve Stevens. Yes, Steve Stevens, of course, the bookie killer. So, but anyway, we will move forward here. We will move forward. We will not talk too much about Barstool Sportsbook because they are not
free ads
in Arizona. Yeah, no free ads.
Oh, okay.
No free ads. Everybody knows the rules. So
yes.
So here we go. We are going to start off actually with my hometown, Arizona Cardinals, going in to take on the Tennessee Titans. The line here is a -105. Surprisingly, Tennessee only got to lay 105. So $5 here on a $100 bet to get the Titans -3. The Cardinals are +3 at -115. The money line is the Cardinals +140. Titans are -160. And the total in the game has shot up. This total was about 51 about 3 or 4 days ago. It's now up to 53.5. I believe that may be either the highest or second highest total of the week. So, Greg, if you want to get us started here and kick us off here with this interesting game, potential
absolutely,
high scoring, according to the odds makers.
Yes. So the first time we recorded this show, I was very pro Cardinals, but I've had a couple of days to think about it, and I don't really like the spread here. I think 3 is a pretty good number. These are two evenly matched teams, I would say. But if anything, that over under does not scare me. I think it could go over the 53.5. I'm going to stay away from this game, but if I had to pick something, I would pick the over on the 53.5.
Okay. I like it. I agree with you. I think two questionable defenses, to say the least, and two pretty good offenses. So I like that too. I personally I think it's a high number. I liked it at 51.5. I'm not as big of a fan at 53.5. I'm going to stay away from that. But if I had to choose it, I'd go there. I do like the line here. I do like the Titans -3. You're talking about basically a West Coast team traveling, to a significant distance. Early start, 11 a.m. start for them because it's Central Time. So 11 a.m. start for the Cards on West Coast time. And you're talking about a team that made the playoffs last year, won a playoff game against the Baltimore Ravens. So a solid team. I just think that they are a better team and a more complete team than the Cardinals. And you got to remember the Cardinals are really thin on the back end. You got, of course, Julio Jones in there. He came in from the Falcons. A.J. Brown, so some good outside weapons. And Malcolm Butler, who was supposed to be the Cardinals' number one corner, just retired. So the Cardinals are going to be going with Byron Murphy,
Yeah.
Robert Alford there on the yes. He went Vontae Davis on us. He didn't quit during the game, but he did quit. There with us. So Robert Alford and Byron Murphy don't exactly instill a ton of confidence as far as I'm concerned on the Arizona Cardinals secondary. They do have Budda Baker, who's one of the best safeties in football, but he is not covering those guys. So I like the Titans. I think that I'm very surprised that it seems like this is shaded to the public betting on the Cardinals at a -115. It's a little surprising to me, but I'll take the Titans. I'll take the Titans all day. They're basically saying on a neutral field, this is an even game. If you say 3 points to the home team, I don't think that this is an even game. I think the Titans are the better team. So give me the Titans -3.
Nice. No bias with the hometown Arizona Cardinals team.
No bias. You got to call it straight down the middle here. Straight down the middle on the Line Breakers podcast. So
yes, this is what we do for the viewers. We're no bias.
No bias. Except for Greg with his background there. That's maybe a bit biased, but
I'm here. I mean,
you are. So the next game, we did go over this one. This is an interesting game. It's had some movement here. Previously, it was a -110 for the spread, but now it's up to 3.5, -3.5. The Atlanta Falcons at home with the Eagles coming to town. Jalen Hurts going to be taking on Matt Ryan at the quarterback battle there. So the Falcons are -105 at 3.5. The Eagles are +3.5 at -115. The money line is the Eagles +155, Atlanta -180, and the total is 48.5.
Yeah, no, this is another game where I am not touching the spread. But I do love the over in this. 48.5, I feel like is a very low number. These teams are going to come out throwing the ball. They don't have the best established run games. I mean, if you're counting on Mike Davis and Wayne Gallman Jr. to be your top running backs over there in Atlanta, that's not going to go very well. So I do think they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. They got Kyle Pitts, Calvin Ridley. They have some good outside weapons. And Matt Ryan is still standing at his old age and able to throw the ball. And on the Eagles side, you have Jalen Hurts, mobile quarterback. If the pocket collapses, he does have that capability of escaping the pocket and getting some yards on the ground. And he does have some weapons, Devontae Smith on the outside as well, and those two tight ends. So we'll see. I think they're going to be throwing a lot. I could see some turnovers, some short field position type game here. And I think this over could hit by the end of the third quarter, honestly. So give me the over on the 48.5, and I'm staying away from the money line or the spread.
Yeah, I could agree with you more. I really like this over. It's one of my bets here on the Caesar Sportsbook app this week. Listen, and I'm going to go a little bit different perspective on this. I mean, you're looking at two really bad defenses. Atlanta was historically bad last year. They did have a lot of injuries, but they did lose Keanu Neal and Dwayne KZ to the Cowboys there, along with the former Falcons head coach Dan Quinn, who also departed to the Cowboys after he was released from his duties there with Atlanta. So I do like the over. I think they're two relatively good offenses, but the bigger reason for this play here for me is because you're looking at two really bad defenses, and I'm frankly surprised this isn't at 50 or higher. I think it should be one of the higher ones of the week. I mean, it's certainly on the upper echelon of the totals, but to me,
this should be towards the Cardinals Titans territory over there.
Yeah, I would think 51 would be appropriate here, given these two teams, and I frankly I think it's going to go over that. I think this is going to go over probably by at least by. I think you're going to see 55 points in this game.
I agree.
So I like that. I will go with the over. I will not touch the spread either way. Don't have a good feel for the Eagles. And Atlanta just seems to, I mean, I know it's a new regime now, but it seems to find ways to lose, especially at home, that games that they shouldn't lose. So I would
Right.
stay away from that. Don't love that, but I do like the over. I'm with you there. Third leg Greg there on the
Game Day Greg, third leg Greg. We're trying to come up with nicknames for us. We got Benny Buckets. I
yes.
don't know if we went over it at the top of the show, why exactly we have called him Benny Buckets. I don't know, Ben, if you want to explain that a little bit.
Yeah, it's because the picks are nothing but nets. So that's how we
Yes,
go.
that's yes, and not much rhymes with Greg. So viewers, if you want to help me out, give me a nickname. You can wait till after this week's picks to decide if it's good, bad. I'll take it all. So just comment down below what we think a good nickname for myself or Ben. If Ben deserves that Benny Buckets title quite yet, or if he has to earn it, just let us know.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for that. The next game up here, we have a battle of what looks like to be the two worst teams in the AFC South. That would be the Jacksonville Jaguars going to take on the Deshaun Watson-less Houston Texans. The Jaguars are a 3-point favorite, but this is moved. This was actually a Texans minus 115 at 3. Now it's moved to a Jaguars minus 120 at 3. So a lot of money coming in on the Jaguars here. The Texans getting 3 are plus 100. So you get even money on that. Don't have to lay any juice on the Texans if you so choose to take them. Money line is minus 175 for the Jaguars, and the Texans are plus 150. Total in the game, 45.5.
Yeah, so this is going to be my first spread pick of the week here. I love the Jaguars at -3. Give me Jaguars all the way up to -6, -7, honestly. Tyrod Taylor led Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson is not playing, to nobody's surprise. And outside of Brandon Cooks, I don't know if anyone can name more than 2 people on their offense. They have a new coach. It just is not looking good. Houston Texans and Detroit Lions, in my mind, are battling for the worst record in the league. And then Jacksonville, they have an exciting offense. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, I'm excited to see what he's going to be able to do. Urban Meyer, first year there. Then they do have some weapons on the outside with Laviska Shenault, DJ Chark, Conley. They have a lot of weapons. James Robinson is a good running back. ETN is out for the year, but they have a lot more weapons than the Texans. They just named 4 players there, and I don't know if anyone can name more than 4 on the Texans here. So give me the Jaguars -3. And honestly, if you want to move that line a little bit to get a little more value, I wouldn't hate that. So yeah, give me the -3. I'm not touching that over under. Tyrod Taylor is known for not scoring that many points, a la the Buffalo Bills, Jacksonville Jaguars playoff game there with a whopping 10-3 score there. So give me the Jaguars -3.
Hey, I like it. I agree. I also have this in a 2-leg, not a 3-leg Greg, but a 2-leg parlay. This I'll give you the other leg of that in a couple minutes here when that comes up, the game comes up. But I got them at -3 minus the 110. So I definitely got a better price here on the juice. But I agree. I just don't think the Texans are very good. Frankly, I think the Texans are trying to lose. The fact that they're not playing Deshaun Watson, despite the fact he's not suspended on the exempt list, is to me pretty flagrant. I know this is not a football analysis show per se, but pretty flagrant that they're trying to lose. I think if they were trying to win, frankly, be playing. So don't really get that. Don't. This is why I personally believe there should be a lottery in the NFL, because the Jaguars last year didn't do a whole lot to try and win games, and it appears the Texans are doing the same thing. So I don't think the Texans will win very many games this year. I don't think this will be one of them either. I think it's also important that, based on some of the commentary and some of the rumors coming out of Jacksonville of Urban Meyer running the team in a way that is not conducive, shall we say, to running a team in the NFL, maybe more aligned with a college coach. Important that the Jaguars get off to a good start for him and for the team. If they lose this game, they may lose a lot more, and they may be in big trouble. They may be worse than we think. So give me the Jaguars -3, even at the -120. I don't love that, but that's where it is right now. So we got to go with that. I would not buy it up for an alternate line personally. I like being on the 3. So I mean, could they win by 7? Sure, but I like the 3. So give me the Jaguars minus the 3 and minus the 120. The next game here, we've got a very good game. Here, this will be an Iron Eagle, Charles Davis, Evan Washburn special there in Buffalo. We've got the Pittsburgh Steelers, so it's a battle of the of the Rust Belt cities there in the Great Lakes region of the country. Pittsburgh Steelers plus 6.5. That's a minus 110 at the Buffalo Bills, who are 6.5 point favorite, also minus 110. Money line is plus 235 for the Steelers, minus 290 for the Bills, and the totals of 48. Of note to be aware of, it is supposed to be some scattered thunderstorms in the Buffalo area, so that may affect some things here. But we'll see. I will actually leave this one off because we already know Greg's going to go based on the background here, I believe. So I don't love this game. I don't love the total. If I had to choose it, I would take the Steelers plus 6.5. I just think that I think they're getting their win total in Vegas is, I believe, only 8 or 8.5. They've never had a losing year under Mike Tomlin. I think that while the Bills are really good and they're a great team, and they have high hopes, and I think that they will be impressive this year. I think that 6.5 is a lot to lay a space, especially in the first game of the year. And I think that the Steelers will come out and make them competitive. I'm not saying the Steelers are going to win. I would expect the Bills to win, but I do think it'll be a close game. So give me the Steelers plus the 6.5. Don't love it. I am fading this personally. I'm not betting this this week, but if I had to choose it, I would take the Steelers in the 6.5 points.
Oh, Benny Buckets, you couldn't be more wrong. No bias, but the Bills are going to destroy in this game. Bills are going to win by at least 2 touchdowns in this game. And let me tell you why. No bias again, folks. No bias. Josh Allen is a MVP candidate and one of my future bets to actually win the MVP here. The Bills have a ton of weapons: Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, Cole Beasley, 2 healthy running backs in Devin Singletary and Zach Moss, and more continuity with that offense coordinator, Brian Daboll, with another year in this system. I love the Bills in this game. I just think it is going – I don't love the over-under 48, quite frankly. I don't know. I think the Bills will get close, but I don't think the Steelers will put up very many points. I think Big Ben is not very mobile. I think the defensive line, it's going to be a race to the quarterback. Greg Rousseau in his first game in Buffalo, I think he will garner at least a sack and a half, maybe even 2 sacks in this game. And then Mario Addison and Jerry Hughes on the outside as well. I think it'll just be in our secondary. It's very good once again with Tre'Davious White, Levi Wallace with the number 2 cornerback position, and then our arguably the best safety tandem in the league, and Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer. Give me the Bills minus 6.5. This is my lock of the week. I know last time we recorded, it was a different lock of the week, but that did not record. So none of that matters. This is my lock of the week, minus 6.5. Give me the Bills, and we'll just see what the viewers have to say.
Okay, well, we're on opposite sides there. We're on opposite sides for sure. The next game up here we have is going to be the Seattle Seahawks at the Indianapolis Colts. It's also a 1:00 game. The Seahawks are a -3 favorite, so they're favored by 3 points here. -110. The Colts are getting or catching 3 points at home, also -110. Seattle is -160 on the money line. Indy is +140. Total in this game is 49. If you like to take it off, go ahead, Greg. Third leg.
Yeah, no, this game is interesting. The first time we recorded, once again, I keep referring to that because it was an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours worth of our time that we put in. We had a pre-production meeting and everything. But again with the technical difficulties. But I have changed my tune on this game. I think Seattle can win this game. I like the -3 against the Colts. I know the Colts are a tough team to go against. Frank Reich is a very good coach, and I'm just not a believer in Carson Wentz. I'm sorry. It's just I said from the beginning that Ben has left, so I'll take over here.
No, I'm back. I'm back. I just had to change. We got the UV game coming on here. So
nice. Okay, so yeah, give me the Seahawks -3. I don't like that over under at 49. Just give me the -3 and give me your thoughts on this game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't love this game either. I'm gonna probably stay away from it. A couple things to note. Seattle does play well, contrary to most of these West Coast teams. They do tend to play well in these East Coast games. Think back to last year. I know off the top of my head, they beat Philly, they beat Miami, and they beat Atlanta. Just off the top of my head, on the road on the East Coast. This is more of a Middle America game, but it's an Eastern Time Zone game nonetheless. I like Seattle. Also, Indy typically does not get off to great starts as Frank Reich is coach. They tend to be a much better second half team than first half team. You got a new quarterback there with Wentz. Who knows what to expect out of him? I just like the continuity with Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson. You have a healthy Chris Carson. I think I'm seemingly a pretty healthy Seattle team there. So give me the Seahawks -3 again. Don't love it. Not something I'm going to be personally involved in here, but give me Seattle -3.
Like it.
Next game we have here is going to be the Minnesota Vikings at the Cincinnati Bengals. This has moved around a bit. The Vikings are now -3. They are still -3 favorite. They were -115 when we recorded a couple days ago. Now they are -105 though. And Cincinnati is +3, -115. So some money coming in on the Bengals here. Some sharp money coming in on the home dog. Minnesota is -160 on the money line. Cincinnati +140. And your total is 47 points. I'm going to take this one because this is one of my best bets. I would say my lock of the week was that one we gave you earlier, that Philly Atlanta game over the 48.5. But I like this one almost as much. Listen, I think Joe Burrow, you got two good running games with Dalvin Cook and Joe Mixon. You've got some good weapons on the outside with T. Higgins. We'll see if Jamar Chase can catch the football, but in theory, he should be pretty good. You've also got Tyler Boyd for the Cincinnati Bengals of Buffalo Bill lore for assisting in a game-winning touchdown drive to get the Bills in the playoffs in 2017. So that's definitely top of mind for Mr. Third Leg over there. But you've got a lot of weapons there, and then on the Vikings, you have Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen. Dalvin Cook, as I mentioned earlier, just a lot of weapons. And really, frankly, the Bengals have not a very poor defense, very porous last year. The Vikings have a decent defense, but of note, Anthony Barr will not be playing in this game, probably their best defensive player or one of their best defensive players. So no Anthony Barr for the Vikings. He is out. I'm not sure what the injury is, but he's been ruled out. So I just like, not so much because I love I love both offenses, but because I'm just not a fan of the defenses. I like the over. Also, bear in mind, it's supposed to be in the mid-80s in Cincinnati tomorrow. So you're going to probably be dealing with tired defenses, worn out. I think that is going to benefit the offenses as well. So give me the over on this game. I am not playing the spread, but I do love the over. This will be one of my bets. Give me the over 47 points. Minnesota and Cincinnati.
Couldn't agree more. I love that 47 over. These are, like you said, there's a lot of weapons on offense, and the defenses are not the best, especially with Anthony Barr being out for the game. I also put a little sprinkle on the money line for the Bengals here, +140. I have it. If you're gonna lean either spread or money line, I would just say for the value, give me a little +140 action on the Bengals. I think Joe Burrow is going to come out firing this year. He has, in my mind, he is one of the contenders for most improved player. of the year. I just think that offense, like you said, Jamar Chase, there's no white stripe on the ball, so who knows if we'll actually be able to catch it. But another weapon there is Joe Mixon, finally healthy running back for the Bengals here. So give me the Bengals plus 140 on the money line and over 47.
Yeah, I like it. Very good. Very good. Let's get back to the next game here on the docket. We've got the San Francisco 49ers at Detroit Lions. This game has moved quite a bit. So this one opened up a 7-point favorite for San Francisco. It's now up to 8.5, minus 110 at Detroit. Detroit getting 8.5 at home. Money line is minus 420 for San Francisco, plus 320 for Detroit. And your total is at 46 points. Go ahead, Greg, on this one.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the Lions are not really the best football team or a football team at this point, with Dan Campbell running the show there. I think the over-under on kneecaps taken out, maybe 2.5. I would take the over on that with the way he's been talking in his interviews. I just hope he doesn't have too much coffee pregame. And it's a heart attack or something like that. But although the line did move, give me the San Francisco 49ers minus the 8.5. I just think this will be a blowout. I'm not thrilled with that over-under, only for the fact that I don't think the Lions offense is going to be able to put up more than 17 points. And I don't really see the San Francisco Jimmy Garoppolo-led 49ers. And who knows how long Trey Lance, or if Trey Lance is going to play in this game as well. So give me the minus 8.5, and I'm going to fade everything else.
Okay, I like it. I totally agree with you on this one. I think this is easily a double-digit win. Could be a 2-touchdown win for San Fran. You have a fairly healthy defense again. Last year they were ravaged by injuries at every level of the defense. You got Joey Bosa back. You've got Solomon Thomas back as well. So a lot of good defenders there back for San Francisco. They were missing last year. Fred Warner also back in the mix. George Kittle will be a go. So I totally agree with you on that. And they do have a little bit more depth this year at the running back position, with them drafting Trey Sermon, I believe, in the second or third round behind Raheem Mostert, who couldn't stay healthy last year either. So, yeah, I like San Francisco minus 8.5. This will be probably a parlay game for me. I like the parlays on this one potentially. So I like San Francisco very much minus the 8.5. I'm going to agree with you. I would not be shocked. This is bet up to closer to 9 or 9.5 by game time either, folks.
Right. So get them in as quick as you can if you're following us at home.
Yes.
Get those in.
Next game is a Jet quarterback special here. We've got the aforementioned New York Jets going in to take on the Carolina Panthers with the newly minted second pick in the draft, Zach Wilson, against the formerly minted, I believe, third or fourth pick in the draft in 2018, and Sam Darnold, who was traded to Carolina. The Jets are a 4-point underdog. They are catching 4 on the road in Charlotte. They are a plus 175 on the money line. Carolina minus 210 on the money line. Total for this one is 45. I'll start on this one because I have some opinions on this one. I do like the Jets here, plus the 4.
No bias. Well, why don't you tell the folks where you're from?
I'm from New York. I am originally from New York, but no bias here. Everybody knows the rules, but I just I think that Zach Wilson is going to be a very, very good quarterback for a long time, in my opinion. We've already seen what Sam Darnold is. Especially behind a bad offensive line. He went from a bad offensive line in New York to a worse one in Carolina, frankly. So he'll get beat up probably pretty good. I hope he doesn't get hurt, but I don't think he'll be very successful. I do expect the Jets to come out with a big effort under the very emotional, leaping in other players. Robert Saleh of the formerly the defensive coordinator of the 49ers, the San Francisco franchise. So I like the Jets here. I think it could be close. I do think it's possible Carolina could win the game outright, but I think the Jets will play well. I think they will keep it close, and I think Zach Wilson will outplay Sam Darnold tomorrow. That would be another thing I would say. I think that's going to be pretty evident to everybody watching. So.
No, I agree. I'm in lockstep with you, Ben. Once again, I keep referring to the first time we recorded this. It's still very, very salty in my mind. The fact that we did all that work for nothing, but this is what we do for you viewers. This is what we do. We record again just to make sure you guys get the picks and either ride us or tail us. But I agree. I like the Jets +4 in this game. I think Zach Wilson is the better quarterback here. Sam Darnold may get confused and throw at least 2 to 3 interceptions, thinking he's still on the Jets. I think the Jets have the right head coach finally. And Robert Saleh, I think he's going to bring out the best in them, best in their defense. And the Jets do have some weapons. I like Elijah Moore. They have a couple young running backs. I don't love the over-under in this game. It's at 45. I think that may be right around where it ends up. But give me the Jets +4. And I don't know. Maybe sprinkle a little on the Jets money line there. I have it at +175 here. If you're not afraid, throw $10 on it. See what happens. But yeah, give me the Jets +4 here, and I think we should just keep moving on here because I don't think the Panthers will win this game.
Yeah, a good one. I like it. Another 1 o'clock game. The final of the 1 o'clock games. As a matter of fact, actually, a couple of Cadillacs actually.
Yes.
So we have the Los Angeles Chargers flying across the country to take on the Washington football team, the WFT. With Ryan Fitzpatrick helming yet another team. He's been on more teams than I don't even know. Todd Zeile was in baseball, something like that. For your old school 1990s
know absolutely
baseball.
Nothing about that.
Yes, for your 1990s baseball fans. There's or Bruce Chen maybe. Bruce Chen, another 90s name. So anyway, to get back to the football here, the Chargers opened up as a 1-point favorite, but they are now getting a point. They're catching a point. They're 1-point underdog on the road here, minus the 110. The WFT -1, also minus 110, minus 1 point. The Chargers are +100 on the money line. The Washington team is -120 on the money line. And your total is 44.5.
Yeah, so this is going to be my most played game of the week here. I love the Chargers here. I don't care that they're flying east to play the Ryan Fitzpatrick-led Washington football team. I love the over the 44.5. I think both teams are going to be throwing the ball a lot. I just love Justin Herbert as a quarterback. I think he's going to take an even bigger leap this year in year 2. Give me the +1. Give me the money line. Give me the over. Chargers. I just don't think the Washington football team will be able to keep up with their offense, and I think this will be a high-scoring game. Give me Chargers and over.
Okay, all right. I respect it. I do not agree. However, we're gonna not have a family play here. I will take the Washington football team -1. A couple reasons here. The Chargers lead running back Austin Eckler probably won't play. He is a game time decision, but it's trending towards him not suiting up. So that's one of their better offensive weapons who will more than likely not be in the game. Even if he is, I still like Washington. I think the Washington defense is superb, especially their front seven, really good. One of the better defenses in the league, really underrated defense, in my opinion, although they're now starting to get a little bit of publicity. So I like the Washington football team actually potentially even win the division outright. We might get to that a little later in our futures here. But I do like the Washington football team. I think Fitzpatrick will be okay. I mean, the problem that you have when you take a Ryan Fitzpatrick-led team is you don't know what you're going to get week to week. It could be a explosion of points or an implosion of turnovers. So you just don't know. I though do like Washington. I also trust Riverboat Ron over Bruce Staley, who is Brandon Staley, who was the defensive coordinator in 2016 of John Carroll University. So quite a progression for that young man to make the leap from that position to head coach in the NFL 5 years later. So good on him. But and the Chargers just have bad karma. I mean, the Chargers they're a losing franchise. They have never, at least in the last 10 years or so, ever since guys like LaDainian Tomlinson left the Southern California area, they have not performed well. Give me Washington. I like them. I feel fairly confident on this. I don't think it'll be a play of mine, but I do feel fairly confident on Washington here.
And
So.
folks, let us know down below too. I think this is a good time to have you guys get involved. Tell us what you think. We're on opposite sides here. Do you like the Chargers? Do you like Washington football team? Let us know down below, and we'll take all those into consideration. And you have bragging rights for your friends if you post it before game time, which side you're on. So let us know.
Absolutely. Let us know. Moving right along here, we've got Cleveland at Kansas City at Arrowhead. This line has moved. So the Chiefs were as much as a 6.5-point favorite. Now it's down to 5.5. Chiefs minus 5.5, minus 110. Browns catching 5.5, minus 110 as well. Excuse me. The money line, the Browns are plus 205. Chiefs are minus 250, and the points or the total for us is 54.5. That is up. It was previously 53.5. So I'll start on this one. I don't like this game either way. I'm fading it completely. The total's very high. I just don't have a good feel on this one. I think it'll be a good game to watch, but I'll stay on the sidelines from a betting perspective. I just I don't feel great about it either way. So I think frankly Cleveland could even win on the money line. I think they could win outright potentially, but I just don't have a good sense of it, a good feel of it. So I will stay away from this one.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is one of those ones where Kansas City, let's see if they can rebound after a Super Bowl loss. Cleveland's looking very good. Baker Mayfield is playing for a contract, so he's going to be very amped up, ready to go. This is one of the, I think maybe the highest over-under on the week at 54.5. Yes. I have here. I don't like it either way. I'm kind of with you there, but if I had to choose something, I would. That number doesn't scare me. I would possibly go over the 54.5. I think this could be an air raid battle. I don't know if there's going to be too much running the ball here. And that Chiefs stadium is loud. Not as loud as the stadium behind me, but it is very loud. They will play a factor in the game. But yeah, just give me the over, actually the 54.5, and I'm going to fade everything else.
Okay, so there you go. You heard it here first. Greg going with the over in that. Next up, another 425 game. This one I do have some strong opinions on, but I will let Greg go first here. Denver Broncos at the New York Giants. The Broncos are -3. This line opened up, I believe it might have even opened up as a Giants, so 1-point favorite, or Denver a 1-point favorite. So money coming in here on the Broncos, although it was -110 on both the other day, on both sides, and now it's -105. So maybe recent money coming in on the Giants as a home dog. Giants are -115 plus the 3. Broncos are -3, -105. The money line, we have the Broncos -160, the G-Men +140. Total here is 41.5. Greg, if you want to go first, go for it, sir.
Yeah, no, based on our pre-production meeting, I think we're going to be on opposite sides of the coin here. But I'll give my case first and let the viewers decide who did the best here. I'm going to go Giants. The G-Men over there. I like the +3. I like a little sprinkle on the money line, and I love the over, the 41.5. I think Daniel Jones will have, I know this is an uncommon take here, but I think Daniel Jones will have a bounce back here. He has some weapons, healthy weapons finally. He has Kenny Golladay, who came over from the Lions. He's got Sterling Shepard, a healthy Saquon Barkley. I just think the Giants will come out for Joe Judge in this one and do well. And Denver's got to come up to the East Coast. They do have some weapons, and Jerry Jeudy and KJ Hamler, and then their tight ends, Noah Fant and Albert, this guy, because I can never pronounce his last name. But I just don't like a Teddy Bridgewater run team. I like the Giants. Give me the Giants +3. Give me the Giants money line, and give me that over 41.5. I think that's low, no matter what NFL game we're talking about. I think 41.5 is just a little too few points, especially for a week 1 type game. So yeah, let's hear why you think the Broncos are going to win this game.
Yeah, so I do like Denver here. First of all, I avoid the total. If I had to go one way or the other, go under. just because I don't see the Broncos scoring a whole lot of points, and I think the Broncos defense will shut down the Giants. Barkley will be on a pitch count. Galladay hasn't played all preseason, so the chemistry may not be there with Daniel Jones. I would think that on the total, but again, I would avoid it. It's a little too low for my liking. In terms of the game, though, yeah, I do like the Broncos. Listen, the Giants' offensive line is probably the worst in all of football. It's just absolutely putrid. The Broncos have Von Miller and potentially Bradley Chubb, although he's questionable. But Von Miller, they have a solid defense, probably one of the more underrated defenses in the league. And I just think they're going to shut down the Giants. I just don't see the Giants doing very much against them, especially since Barkley's may only play, 25, 30% of the snaps. He is by far their best offensive weapon, even with Galladay being added onto the team. So, and then the other thing you mentioned, this is more down the road for the Giants, but you mentioned health. I mean, Kenny Galladay and Sterling Shepard are walking, injuries. So they'll spend a fair amount of time in the training room if history is any indication of future performance. So I don't really like the Giants at all as a team this year, but I don't like them in this game. I think the Broncos are underrated. I think they'll have a hard time because they're in a tough division, against the Chiefs and the Chargers specifically. But in this game, I do like them. So give me the Broncos minus the 3. And I also like the fact they're starting Bridgewater, much less likely, I think, to turn the ball over than Drew Lock. So give me the Broncos minus the 3, minus the 105. That will be a play I have in. That is the other part of my parlay, as a matter of fact, with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I left 2 teams minus the 3 on the road. So go there.
Beautiful.
The next pick we have here is going to be the Miami Dolphins at the New England Patriots, a AFC East battle here in prime time or in the 4:00 window. It's a Kevin Harlan special, of course. He of the NBA on TNT fame, as you know. So the line is the Dolphins are catching 3 points on the road, plus 100. So quite a no juice you have to lay there. You're getting straight up odds on that on the plus 3. The Patriots are minus 3, minus 120. The money line is Miami plus 150, New England minus 175, and the total 43.5. I'm going to start on this one, if you don't mind here, third leg. I do like Miami quite a bit here. Reason being is I think they have a better, they're going to have I think Mac Jones is going to have a hard time against their defense. I think they just have a better roster, frankly. I think New England's greatly improved. I'd expect them to be competitive this year, but I don't think that they are going to do well in this game against Miami. I think Miami is a little bit better than people expect. I think most people expect New England to be the second place team in the AFC East. I don't. I think it'll be Miami again. And I like the coaching staff. I think Brian Flores has done a great job down there with the Fins. So give me Miami. I even like them on the money line here, frankly. I would almost forego the points. I like them on the plus 150. I think they're winning this game outright. So give me Miami plus 150. Again, probably not going to bet it. It's a little bit of a toss up, but I do think that I think this should be almost a pick'em game, though. I don't think this should be a New England minus 3. I guess Vegas is saying it is a pick'em game if it's on a neutral field, given the 3-point disparity here, 3-point spread. But I think it should be a pick'em game. So.
All right. No, I respect that. But I am going the other way here. I think the Patriots will cover that minus 3. Let's just look at the facts here. It's Bill Belichick. They're at home opener with fans for the first time in 2 years. And Mac Jones, as much as I hate, I can't even get the words out. I hate what I'm about to say right now. I think Mac Jones will be the second best quarterback in the AFC East by the time this year is over. I just think he is underrated. As much talk as there is about him, I just feel like he will do very well in that offense with Bill Belichick. Give me the Patriots minus 3 here. The Dolphins, I don't like Tua. I just cannot. I don't think I'm going to bet a Miami game this year to where they will win or they will cover the spread. I just do not like Tua. And yeah, give me the Patriots -3, Bill Belichick, Mac Jones. Hopefully I'll never have to say that again, but I'm gonna fade everything else here.
Yeah, I don't agree with you on the Mac Jones. I think it's pretty clear Zach Wilson will be the second best quarterback by the end.
Oh,
of
no
the year.
bias.
No
bias.
bias. No bias. No
Yes.
bias. No, but there's a reason why Zach Wilson went 2 and Mac Jones went 14 or whatever he went.
Oh, that doesn't mean anything. Josh Allen went 7 and Baker Mayfield went 1.
Baker Mayfield's pretty good though, so I'm
Not better than Josh Allen.
just saying. Anyway, moving on here.
I think Zach Wilson could be a Mark Sanchez type situation. It's I think he can lead them to 2 AFC championship games and fall off the face of the earth.
I think the Jets would take that at this point, actually, given
that's true.
where they've been recently. So
bring back Rex.
Bring back Rex. Yeah. So the next game is going to be an interesting game. It's taking place in Jacksonville due to the Hurricane Ida there in the Gulf region. So this game has been moved. Green Bay is in to take on New Orleans in Jacksonville. Probably be more Green Bay fans, frankly, than New Orleans fans that game. But the Green Bay Packers are -3.5. This line has moved. It was 4, and it's down to 3.5 now. I've seen a lot of conjecture on this one. The Saints are +3.5. Both of them are -110. The money line is Green Bay -190. New Orleans +160. Total has actually gone down a little bit, surprisingly. It's at 49.5.
Yeah. No, I have. Let me take this one, Ben.
You're gonna take this one. You're gonna take this one. Okay.
Benny Buckets, if you don't mind here, let me take this one first.
Greg's gonna take it. Oh, that's right. That's Greg.
Yeah. This was my lock of the week as of the first show, but I still love the Packers in this. I am very strong on this game, a -3.5 against the Jameis Winston-led Saints. All of the Saints fans have come up here in my region in Hattiesburg to avoid Hurricane Ida, and quite frankly, they can't go back because all of their transformers are in the Mississippi River. The hurricane was so strong, it changed the direction of the Mississippi River. So there are no Saints fans in New Orleans right now. Very sad situation, of course, but that being said, I do think the Packers will take this game convincingly. Aaron Rodgers has a big chip on his shoulder. He wants to win the MVP. He wants to prove everyone wrong. I think he will come out firing. Devontae Adams, I feel like he'll go over 150 in this game. Aaron Rodgers will probably have over 350 yards passing. Jameis Winston, there's a lot there to like. There's a lot to dislike. Let's just see which team he actually throws it to this week. But I like the Packers -3.5, and I like the over the 49.5 this week.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate that. This was my lock of the week as well in the last podcast. I still like this one. I do like the Packers -3.5, but I'm not very confident in it. I actually think the Saints are going to be better than people think with Winston. I expect them to be pretty good. And I think that Winston will with the LASIK eye surgery, I think that'll make a big difference with
we'll see.
Seeing the right, making sure he's throwing to the right people on the field and throwing to his team, not the opposing, not the defense. But I liked it at 50. I like it even more where it is now. I'm a little surprised it went down, but I like the total here. I like the total over the 49.5. I got it at 50. So unfortunately I got it if it lands on 50, I'm pushing. I'm not winning, so I'm a little disappointed in that. I'm a little surprised, frankly. It's gone down, but I just think you're going to see a lot of high flying offenses here. You got 2 good running games with Aaron Jones and Alvin Kamara. You've got 2 guys who are going to throw the ball down the field, in Rodgers and Jameis. So I like the over here. Again, weather as well. We're looking at probably 85 degrees at game time. 65, 70% humidity. There's going to be some tired defenses out there. So I do like the over here quite a bit. I like the over even better here outside of Jacksonville than in the Dome in New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome. So give me the over here. I would not want to play the one side or the other, but I do like the over on the total. So
very good.
Last game on Sunday, the Sunday night special. It is a Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Michelle Tafoya special with Drew Brees there on the sidelines with Mike Tirico. We have the Chicago Bears, led by the most famous redhead in all of football, Andy Dalton, taking on the Los Angeles Rams at the first game with fans in the regular season, SoFi Stadium, the $5 billion palace, which puts Jerry World to shame. The Rams are a 7.5-point favorite, minus 110. Bears plus 7.5, minus 110. The money line is the Rams minus 380, Bears plus 300, and the total 46.5.
Yeah, no. This game is probably one of the worst Sunday night football games to start the season that I can remember. I don't know how anyone could watch the Bears led by Andy Dalton. This would have been a lot more interesting if Fields was the quarterback. But I like the Rams here, minus 7.5. I just think in their new stadium, like you said, Matt Stafford at the helm, they do have weapons on the outside with Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. So yeah, give me the Rams minus 7.5. And then I do like the under 46.5 here. I've said over about 4 or 5 times already on this show, but give me the under the 46.5. I just don't think that Bears offense is going to be able to move the ball at all. So yeah, give me the under and give me the Rams minus 7.5.
Yeah, I'm not going to take a total here on this one. I'll lay off that one, but I do like the Rams a lot. I've already got this one in minus 7.5. I got it minus 7.5, minus 115 for the Rams, but I like it even better here at minus 110. This is going to be at least a double. I think it'll be a double-digit game. I think this is probably one of the better lines of the week on the spread, especially with the Bears not having Fields in there, and they're going with Andy Dalton, who showed, I mean, it's preseason, but he showed nothing in his preseason appearances, very limited. And if the Bears did do anything on offense, it was just Fields in the game in the preseason. The Rams have a really good defense, led by Aaron Donald, of course, up front, who, by the way, Ben Roethlisberger is the best player in the game, not TJ Watt. So just for your information there. Not even the best player at his position, best player at his side of the ball, TJ Watt. But nice try. So and his contract.
What are we referring to here with TJ Watt?
Well, Ben Roethlisberger said that TJ Watt was the best player in football, and
gotcha.
Yeah, and
yes.
Aaron Donald only getting $20 million a year looks like a bargain compared to what the Steelers are paying TJ Watt, who misses 4 games.
Not even the best Watt brother, some may say.
JJ. Right now he probably is, but I would think at the peak, I think JJ was better, at least so far what's been exhibited. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. At least JJ could catch touchdown passes too. I'll just say that.
That's true. Dual threat.
Yeah, dual threat, exactly. So but to get back on the back on topic here, and off the segue, and I don't mean the motorized scooter. I do like the Rams minus 7.5 very much. So there we go. Absolutely agree with you on that. The final game of the week here, and then we'll get to some futures. The final game of the week, the Baltimore Ravens going into the Death Star, a.k.a. Allegiant Stadium, right off the Las Vegas Strip, playing the Las Vegas Raiders. First home game with fans in Las Vegas. Regular season game, I should say. Going to be probably a pretty electric atmosphere. Ravens minus 4. The Raiders are catching 4 at home. The Ravens are minus 200 on the money line. Vegas is plus 170. Total is 50.5. Go ahead.
No, let me take this one, Ben. I think we were trying to beat each other to the punch for the Raiders call here, but give me the Raiders in this game here. Give me the +4. Give me the money line. I'm not going to touch that over under. But yeah, give me the +4 for the Raiders. Give me plus 170. I have over here on the money line. The Ravens don't have a running back. You or I could potentially be one of their running backs at this point. As we alluded to in the first show, nobody knows, but they do have one of the more decorated practice squads in football with Le'Veon Bell and Devontae Freeman as their running backs. But I like Derek Carr. He's got some weapons on the outside. John Gruden, first game of the year, Monday nights. It's just going to be football in this game. Give me the +4, give me the money line, and I wouldn't touch the over-under.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I would not touch the total. If I had to, I'd probably go over on it, but I would not touch it. But I do like Vegas very much. I like them both on the spread +4, but I like them on the money line too. It's going to be an intense environment there in Las Vegas. It's been a long time coming. There's been a lot of talk and conjecture about this stadium and this team for a while coming in from Oakland. And I think it's going to just be an electric atmosphere. I obviously different circumstances, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's the type of atmosphere that we saw after, similar to what we saw after Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans with them playing Atlanta, who was a bit much better team than them at the time, but they just smoked them in that Monday night game. I think it's going to be a similar atmosphere, just an absolutely bananas situation there in Las Vegas. So give me the Raiders. Give me the
The what?
Raiders.
The who?
Uh, the Oakland, sorry, the Las Vegas Raiders.
There we go.
There we go. Raiders plus the 170. So I like them on the money line. That'll be my pick there. Cool. So we got that for us right now. Do have some interesting. I've got one actually here for you. This is an interesting feature. It's a boost, super boost here. A
Super
bonus
boost.
one. Bonus one.
Okay.
It's a bonus one. So Kyler Murray over 299.5 passing yards plus rushing yards. Tomorrow's game plus 150. Do you like that?
I love that. I
Do
love
you?
that.
Plus 150. Okay.
Yeah,
That'll
that's
be an
cool.
interesting one.
And if they're down, he's going to be throwing the ball. I mean, yeah, I could see that.
Okay. So let me get the NFL futures here. First off, we'll start off. We're gonna pick our Super Bowl participants here. I'm gonna let you start off, Greg. Go ahead. Let you kick this off here, sir.
Yeah, so I think what we're going to do here is we're going to give you guys 3 picks. We're going to give you our favorite. We're going to give you a mid-tier and a value pick, perhaps.
And you gotta do both. Well, you gotta do the NFC and AFC representative.
Okay, we'll do an AFC.
So and then you can do your winner, and then we'll do a mid-tier, and then we'll do a long shot. Fair enough.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, I think it will be the Buffalo Bills versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If we're being quite honest, my favorite for the no bias. My favorite for the Super Bowl is the Buffalo Bills at plus 1,100. I just think it's their year. You know, so for the viewers, I was born and raised in Buffalo, New York. I'm 29 years old. I just moved down here in the Hattiesburg, Mississippi area 3 months ago. And it just feels right that when I leave, they win a Super Bowl. And I will fly right back up there. I will be in the parade. I don't know if I'll make it back to Hattiesburg, Mississippi after going up there. I'm just getting teary-eyed thinking about it, honestly. I think the Buffalo Bills will win the Super Bowl this year. So give me the plus 1,100. For my mid-tier pick, give me the Cleveland Browns at plus 1,600. If they do make it to the AFC Championship game, they will probably have to go through the Kansas City Chiefs. And I could see the Chiefs being upset this year. I think they're going to have a little bit of a letdown year. I could see them going 11-6, possibly 12-5. This year. So give me the Browns as the mid-tier. And then my long-term play, or my long shot play is going to be your Arizona Cardinals at plus 4,500. Let me tell you why. I think the NFC, there's an easier path to get to the Super Bowl in the NFC as opposed to the AFC. You're going to have to beat the Bucs. Now, if Kyler Murray has a big leap this year, they have the weapons in that offense. They have an improved defense. I just think, I don't know, something about the Cardinals. Give me them for the long shot play. So my 3 plays are the Buffalo Bills plus 1,100, Browns plus 1,600, and the Cardinals at plus 4,500.
And you like the Bucs as the NFC representative. Okay.
Yes, I do.
So I am going to go. I'm going to go somewhat similarly here. I do like the Bills from the AFC, and I'm going to go with the Rams. I'm going to go with the second year in a row where we have a home representative in the Super Bowl. So I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay.
And I do like the Rams to win the whole thing. I do like the Rams to win the whole thing. So I'm going to go with the Rams.
Matt Stafford led Rams.
Matt Stafford led Rams plus 14.
What are they at?
Plus 4. Plus 1,400 at home to win the Super Bowl over the Buffalo Bills. So that's where I'll go there. For a mid pick here, I was gonna go with Cleveland, but you stole my thunder. Can't give the people the same pick as you. So I'm gonna go a little bit off the board here. Oh man,
It's okay to go
not
on the
sure.
board with
No,
me.
I can't. Well, no, I can't go with the same pick as you. So I'm not sure if I want to go. I got two teams I'm thinking about here. All right, I'm gonna go with the Seattle Seahawks plus 2,500. I just think that I
That's
think there's good
value.
value there. I think there's good
Yeah.
value there. Don't the defense worries me a little bit. I think Russell Wilson did fade a little bit down the stretch last year. I don't think that'll happen again. Um, Hopefully they can stay a little bit healthier. They did have some injuries on the offensive line. Jamal Adams missed quite a bit of time last year, probably their best defensive player at this point. They don't have KJ Wright this year, so KJ Wright is a free agent. I believe he might have been signed with Vegas, but
I believe he did sign with the Raiders on a
did
one-year,
sign-
$4.5 million
he
deal.
did sign with the Raiders. Okay, so he did sign with the Raiders. So are missing KJ Wright, but I do like Seattle plus 2,500 as kind of a mid pick. And then for my long shot, I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts. I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts plus 3,500. This is a kind of a lottery ticket on Carson Wentz. If he can get back to where he was in 2017 before his injury, I think that they have a legitimate shot to come out of the AFC. Now, it's a big if. Hasn't played that way in 3 seasons, so take it with a grain of salt. But I do like Frank Reich. I do like their running game. Their offensive line is stellar, and their defense is underrated. I do like. I do think that. Who's the linebacker? Shoot. The middle linebacker for the Colts.
Darius Leonard.
Darius Leonard, thank you, sir. I'm sorry, drawing a blank there. Drawing a blank.
That's all right.
Darius. It was a Joe Biden mind issue.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Forgetfulness. little forgetfulness there. little amnesia there from Dr. Joe.
Yes.
But,
Okay.
Anyway, plus
Beautiful.
30. But Darius Leonard, I like Darius Leonard quite a bit. So give me the Colts. Give me the Colts plus 3,500. Now we're gonna move on here to some other. Let's see. We'll go quickly here. We'll go through the division winners, and then we'll do a couple of we'll do MVP, and then we'll do a couple of totals. So division winners here. Give you the odds here real quick, courtesy of the great Caesar himself.
No free ads, but Caesar himself. Yes.
Yeah, Caesar himself. Yes. JB Smooth made these odds himself. He picked them. So the NFC North here, we've got Green Bay minus 165, Minnesota plus 270, Chicago plus 525, Detroit plus 2,500.
Packers.
I agree. Packers minus 165. I think that's pretty clear. Hence why they're a heavy favorite. AFC East, Buffalo Bills minus 155, New England plus 340, Miami plus 360, Jets plus 2,400.
You know my pick.
Yeah, he's going to go with the team behind him. I agree. I do like Miami. If I had to take,
Get out of here.
If
you
I
think
had-
Miami's going to win more than the Bills?
if I had to take,
Tua can't even throw the ball.
listen,
who's he
I'm
gonna throw
saying I don't think they're going to. But if I couldn't take the Bills and I had to take a long shot, I would take Miami over New England. I would take Miami plus 360.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Now, this is an interesting one. All these are plus money, so this is interesting. NFC West, San Francisco plus 190. LA Rams plus 190. Seattle plus 275. Arizona Cardinals plus 625.
This is a fantastic one here. All plus money. Give me the Cardinals.
Wow.
Cardinals to win the division.
Give me the Cardinals.
I think people are sleeping on them. They beat the Bills last year on that crazy play by DeAndre Hopkins. I can't believe I even brought that up. I mean, it's been shown so much at the SPs on all the highlight reels. I mean,
Yep.
I think it's just could not be more overplayed. But give me the Cardinals as my upset division winner pick.
He'll take the Cardinals. Okay. I will take the Niners, and mainly taking the Niners because they're playing a fourth place schedule out of the they're playing fourth place team. So I like the Niners. I think their over/under is even 11.5, which is high for a team that finished in fourth last year. But I like the Niners quite a bit. So give me the Niners plus 190. That's where I'll go on that one. AFC West, we've got the Chiefs minus 300, Denver plus 550, Chargers plus 600, Vegas plus 2,000.
Yeah, give me the Chiefs. I think they're still good enough to win the division.
Yeah.
They
I
are one of the Super Bowl favorites, but yeah, give me the Chiefs.
I hate laying that price, but I agree with you. Yeah. So agreed. NFC South, the Bucks minus 240, Saints plus 380, Falcons plus 900, Carolina plus 1,100.
Bucks.
Yeah, I agree. Bucks are by far the class of this division as well. AFC South, this is an interesting one. You have two contenders and two long shots here. So Tennessee minus 120, Indy plus 150, Jacksonville plus 750, Houston plus 3,000.
Yeah, that Houston one could not be high enough. Plus 100,000. But give me the Titans here. I think they are the favorite to win. They just have a good team. They have a lot of weapons. They're just a well-run team. Give me the Titans.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna go with the Colts. I'm a believer.
Jacob Eason led Colts by week 6.
Maybe Sam Ellinger, but I am a believer. I'm a believer in Carson Wentz here. Call me a fool, but probably will. But I like the Colts. I like the Colts plus 150 here. I really do. I think there's good value here. The Tennessee defense worries me. It does, and frankly, if you look at the history of 2,000-yard running backs, the season after they rush for 2,000 yards have a steep decline. So I do like Indy here plus the 150. I'd prefer Jacoby Brissett still be there over Wentz, but hey, that is what it is. So a couple more here. We've got the Dallas Cowboys are favored here in the NFC East plus 140, Washington football team plus 220, Giants plus 400, Eagles plus 500.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys here plus the 140. They looked very good against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, even though they did lose. A healthy Dak Prescott, a healthy Amari Cooper. I think Amari Cooper could lead the league this year in receptions based off that performance in the first week there. Probably won't. It'll probably be Stephon Diggs, no bias. But yeah, give me the Cowboys plus the 140, I think you said.
Yeah, this is tough for me. Definitely not picking the Giants or Eagles. I'm going to go with the WFT. I just believer in the W. I just don't trust the Cowboys. I don't trust Mike McCarthy. I don't trust that defense at all.
They've got a lot of weapons.
They do have a lot of weapons.
No,
Lyle Collins can be out for the next 5 games. I'm going to go with the Washington football team plus 220.
Love it.
Plus 220. All right, and this is the final one here. We've got the AFC North, the Baltimore Ravens plus 120, Cleveland Browns plus 140, Pittsburgh Steelers plus 400, and Cincinnati plus 2,500.
Yeah, this one's interesting now that the Ravens have lost all 3 of their top running backs actually with Justice Hill. Give me the Browns in this one. I don't think the Ravens will be as good this year. Lamar Jackson I hope not, but he could end up getting hurt with the amount of weight that's going to be on his shoulders. He's going to be asked to carry that offense quite literally, both running and passing. The Steelers, Big Ben's there. They brought the band back for 1 more year, but I just don't like the mobility factor with a Big Ben. I don't think they're going to do very well. And then if I had to sprinkle a little bit, I know it's an out there pick and people are going to call me crazy. But the Bengals, if it's not the Browns, it's going to be the Bengals. Let's just put it that way.
If it's not the Browns, it's going to be the Bengals. Okay.
That's a quote right there. Quote me.
Gotcha. Okay. I will go with the Browns as well. Give me them plus Give me them plus 140. Give me them plus 140. I think their defense is stellar. I am a believer in Baker Mayfield as much as that pains me. Don't really like him, but whatever. And I think Baltimore is a little overrated. I'm not gonna lie. Just this is before the injuries. I'm not a big believer in Lamar Jackson. I know he's looking to get paid here. Josh Allen money probably will be paid because he won an MVP. But I guess it's more a critique, not so much the regular season. But if you look at his playoff performances, they've been just garbage. So not very good. So I'll give me the Browns. Give me the Browns plus the 140. I don't think Pittsburgh's schedule is brutal. I don't think Pittsburgh will get there. So give me the Browns here. Next, we're going to go here, moving right along to our MVP pick. MVP. We'll go with two here. We'll go with maybe a more higher favored, and then maybe a long shot. So if you want to go ahead,
why don't you read off the odds here?
Read off the MVP. Okay, we'll read off the odds for how many? I can go on.
Give me top 10.
Top 10. Okay, top 10. Top 10. Patrick Mahomes plus 500. Tom Brady plus 1,000. Aaron Rodgers plus 1,100. Josh Allen plus 1,200. Dak Prescott plus 1,500. Lamar Jackson plus 1,600. Russell Wilson plus 2,000. Justin Herbert plus 2,000. Matthew Stafford plus 2,000. Kyler Murray plus 2,500. Baker Mayfield plus 3,000.
Yeah. So I'll give you two right off the bat. There's two that jumped out to me. No bias, Josh Allen plus 1,200. I think he is honestly the favorite. So give me the Josh Allen there, and then give me Herbert too. I think you said plus 2,000 or 2,500.
2,000.
2,000. Yeah, give me Herbert at plus 2,000. He could put up monster numbers with that, of course, week one win over the Washington football team there, as I discussed earlier. And you guys are going to comment below which one you guys like there. But yeah, give me Herbert plus 2,000 and Allen plus 1,200.
Yeah, I agree with you on Allen. I like that. I think that's pretty good value. I like him plus 1,200. I also like Russell Wilson plus 2,000. He was on pace through the first 6-7 weeks of the year to be it. The MVP, and then he did tail off a bit. But again, I like him plus 2,000. I just think there's good value there. I prefer him over Herbert just because I don't know how good the Chargers are going to be.
Right.
And Stafford, I don't know. I think
Stafford. Super Bowl winning. Super Bowl winning.
Yeah, Super Bowl winning. I like Wilson. I like Wilson. I don't think he's ever won an MVP, and I think sometimes voters do go based on past performance. So I do like Wilson.
Yeah.
That's a good picks there for the MVP. Now we got to go to our team totals here. Give me 1 second. This will be the last one we do here.
We got to do some player props.
Oh, player props. I'm sorry. Yes, player props. Okay. So we'll start it off here. I don't know how you want to just read them all off, or what do you want to do here with this?
For the over/under team totals?
The team totals, yeah.
How about we give our 2 or 3 best bets? I don't know if you're still with us, thank you so much. This has been, once again, pre-production meeting. We like to stick to 20 to 30 minutes, but we have well exceeded that. We're just two football guys shooting shit, quite honestly. So yeah, why don't we give the viewers our 3 best plays?
All right, so you want me to run through all these just to give you the totals, and then you can go from there? Or how do you want to do this?
How about you start? You start with your 3 best, and then I'll
I got to run. I don't know all of them, so you want me to run through the numbers here?
Yeah, let's run through the numbers.
All right, we'll run through the numbers. Okay, there we go.
Let's run through the numbers.
So just bear in mind here at Caesars, it must play all 17 games for action. I believe forfeits count towards that, but whatever. We'll figure that out down the road here. So anyway, first, there we go, is Las Vegas. Their number is 7. If you go over, you are minus, gotta lay 120. If you go under, plus 100. Buffalo Bills, 11, minus 120 to the over, plus 100 to the under. New Orleans Saints, 9, plus 100 to the over, minus 120 to the under. LA Chargers, 9, minus 125 to the over, plus 105 to the under. Green Bay Packers, 10.5, -120 to the over, +100 to the under. Arizona Cardinals, 8, -140 to the over, +120 to the under. Chicago Bears, 7.5, +105 to the over, -125 to the under. New England Patriots, 9.5, +100 to the over, -120 to the under. Detroit Lions, 5, +120 to the over, -140 to the under. New York Giants, 7, -130 to the over, +110 to the under. Seattle Seahawks, 10, +110 to the over, -130 to the under. Miami Dolphins, 9.5, +120 to the over, -140 to the under. Indianapolis Colts, 10, +110 to the over, -130 to the under. Philadelphia Eagles, 6.5, -140 to the over, under +120. Kansas City Chiefs, 12.5, -110 to the over, -110 to the under. Tennessee Titans, 9.5, -105 to the over, -110 to the -115 to the under. Denver Broncos, 8.5, -140 to the over, +120 to the under. Carolina Panthers, 7.5, +100 to the over, -120 to the under. Cleveland Browns, 10.5, -110 to the over, -110 to the under. New York Jets, 6, -105 to the over, -115 to the under. Washington Football Team, 8.5, -120 to the over, +100 to the under. Atlanta Falcons, 7.5, -115 to the over, -105 to the under. Cincinnati Bengals, 6.5, -105 to the over, -115 to the under. LA Rams, 10.5, +110 to the over, -130 to the under. Houston Texans, 4, +100 to the over, -120 to the under. Baltimore Ravens, 10.5, -145 to the over, +125 to the under. Pittsburgh Steelers, 8.5, +100 to the over, -120 to the under. San Francisco 49ers, 10.5 is the number, +105 to the over, -125 to the under. Jacksonville Jaguars, 6, -140 to the over, +120 to the +120 to the under. And finally, Minnesota Vikings, 9, +105 to the over, -125 to the under.
I applaud you for reading all those off. That was a mouthful, but yeah, no. As you're reading those off, I got 5 plays actually, not 3.
All right, 5 plays. Yeah. Let's alternate.
Oh, alternate. Okay, well, alternation.
You go ahead. I've done enough.
I'll give you the option. You read it all off. I'll give you the option. What would you like?
No, you go first.
I'll go first. Okay.
Alternate.
All right.
I'm going to give you only 3. But Greg will give you 5 because I don't know.
3. Okay. All right. Give me the Bills over 11.
Okay.
No,
so like the Bills over 11, -120. Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to go with the Niners over 10.5, +105, just based on their week schedule. So I'll go.
Okay. Give me the Cardinals over 8.
-140. So you're laying a lot of juice there. Okay.
Laying a lot of juice, but I believe in Kyler Murray.
All righty. I'm going to go with Tennessee, 9.5. I like it, especially because I'm only laying 105. So I like that a lot. I like Tennessee -9.5.
Okay. All right. Give me the Packers over the 10.5. I think Aaron Rodgers is out for vengeance, and I think they're going to do very well this year.
Okay. Scrolling through here. All right, my last play, I'm going to give you the Cleveland Browns over 10.5.
10.5, love it. And I'll give you my 2 other picks here, brought to you by absolutely no one because we're not sponsored. Give me the Lions under 5. I think that should be a 3 win total there. And then give me the Dolphins under the 9.5, just because Ben said that they potentially will be the second in the AFC East. And if the Bills don't win, he would go Dolphins, which I think should be blown up in the comment section. But yeah, give me the Dolphins under the 9.5.
I'll also give you a bonus here because I was thinking of it. I like the Texans under 4. Texans under 4 minutes.
I agree.
I think they'll be awful. So
I agree. I think they should do a toilet bowl game every year. So
Toilet bowl between the Lions and the Texans, maybe.
Lions and Texans. Yes, the over under would be 28.5. Yes.
All right, great. So we've got that out of the way. So you want to do some player props? Let's see.
Yes, let's do some player props here.
All right. All right. We've got.
Why don't you read us all of them off?
I've got a couple interesting ones here. We can do to make playoffs. So the team to make the playoffs and their odds there. Best regular season record. This could be interesting. Best regular season record.
Huh. Okay. Let me start off. Just give you the ones I wrote down here.
Most passing yards. Here we go. I'm gonna just run it. Most regular season rushing yards. Most interceptions thrown. What do you want? So tell me where you want to start. We've got anything you can shake a stick at in here. The Caesars Sportsbook app. Right. Yeah. All Caesars has it. So
no free ads, but What I was thinking here, a little different from what you were thinking.
Okay.
I'm just going to give you 3 players, and then we can kind of go from there.
Okay.
Whatever you'd like to discuss, to dive in, to analyze from the over here at Line Breaker Sports. My first player prop is going to be Devin Singletary over 500.5 rushing yards on the season. Now, if I broke out the calculator and did some math, that would be if you played all 17 games, which is highly unlikely, but if you did, that'd be an average of 29.47 yards per game to get over that 500.5. I just think, yes, the Bills are going to be throwing a lot. Josh Allen could have 50 attempts a game, but Devin Singletary is much improved from last year. All of the Bills reporters over here in Western New York, I talk like I'm actually in Western New York, but they're saying Devin Singletary is greatly improved. He's very muscular. His agility is even better than last year. So give me the over the 500.5 yards. My second play is Deebo Samuel over 850.5 receiving yards on the year. Either quarterback, Trey Lance or Jimmy Garoppolo, I feel will do well there. But even with Jimmy Garoppolo starting, I think he's just a little bit more accurate of a passer than Trey Lance right now. Not saying Trey Lance won't be better. I'm just saying right now, Jimmy Garoppolo gives Deebo Samuel the best shot to hit that number. He is a very versatile player. Once the ball is in his hands, I feel like he can break it open at any time. So if you throw 2-3 screens at him a game, he can break one of those. So give me the over 850.5. And then my last play is Laviska Shenault over 800.5 receiving yards. I love this play. I'm a big Laviska Shenault fan. With Trevor Lawrence throwing him the ball there, Travis Etienne out for the year. They do have some other weapons, but I think Laviska will hit that number. They're going to be throwing a lot, even if they're down. They're just going to try to get Trevor as much run as possible. And yeah, give me those 3 plays and just thank me at the end of the year. I do like beer. I do like liquor. I like Bills memorabilia, sports cards, anything. So if those 3 hit, let me know down below what you guys will do for me. But yeah, I'm curious to hear yours, Ben.
Yeah, I've got a couple here. The first one I'm going to open up with is going to be the total regular season touchdown passes for Jared Goff. I like the over 20.5. I just think they're going to be behind a lot. Yeah, over 20.5. 17-game regular season. They'll be throwing the ball out. They'll be behind a lot. So I do really like that quite a bit. Jared Goff over. I do think
is David Blau one of their backups?
Yes, David Blau. Okay. Third stringer, I believe. Boyle, the great Boyle of the former Packer fame, is also the lead back.
That's quite the battle of the backups there. Yeah, I can't believe Boyle outbeat Blau.
Boyle and Blau there on the backup, but I think he'll throw quite a few touchdown passes. So I do like him over 20.5. I think that's a good play. That's a good play. Oops, sorry, I went rogue here. Got to go back down to where I was looking. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was doing the same thing. It's a lot to scroll through.
Yeah.
I'll just use this.
I'm going to give you.
Our fans.
Go ahead.
I'll just have a little plug here. The fans to like and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate you guys sticking with us here over at Linebreaker Sports with Benny Buckets, and we don't know my nickname yet, but we really do appreciate it. Feel free to watch as much of this as you want, as little of this as you want. We just appreciate all the support. But go ahead, Ben. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's okay. I am going to go with comeback player of the year. It's probably pretty obvious here, but I'm going to go with Dak Prescott plus the 125. I like that as well.
I like that. I like that a lot.
And let me see. Give you a couple others here. I am going to give you let's see. Yeah, I'll go here. I'm going to go top conference seed, AFC conference seed. So this just means that they're the top seed in the AFC. I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills plus 375. I like those odds. I like
to hear that.
So I'll go there for you. Let me see if there's any other good ones trying to pick through here as I look. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking through here. I am also going to give you, I like this one a lot. I'll give you Darren Waller over 1,050.5 receiving yards this year.
Like that. A lot. Wow. That's a great pick, Benny Buckets. Great pick.
So there we go. Those are our NFL futures. We will here on upcoming vlogs. We will cover other things besides the NFL, assuming that we get the technology and without the confusion here. We will.
And who knows if this actually recorded as well?
It says it's recording, but we'll find out, I suppose. But we'll cover college football. I'm a firm believer there is more value in college football. It's because you have more divisions and more games to choose from, so there's more value there. But we also will cover in future podcasts or vlogs here the NBA futures. We'll also cover NHL coming up here. That's coming up here pretty soon.
Yes, I had to plug that.
I know Greg. I know Greg very well.
Stay tuned, folks, for the Darcy Kemper over under win total.
I know Greg very much looks forward to NHL, and he's on top of it. Let me tell you, he's on top of it. Yes. He's on top of the team totals and the puck lines.
Yes, it has the same amount of interest to me as the WNBA over unders. But I think that's gonna do it, folks. We will, here from Linebreaker Sports. My name's Greg, and we got.
Yep, we will. We'll sign off for now. We appreciate you. So thank you very much for tuning in, and till next time, till the next podcaster. We'll see you next time. Take care.
See you, folks. Thank you.
Thank you.